My day usually starts at 4 a.m. Look, I already know what you're thinking. This is another one of those wellness videos from some guy promoting a health product who claims the only way to truly be productive is by getting up before the crack of dawn. Don't worry, this is not a wellness video. I don't have any brands lining up to advertise, and at the end of the day, I am not well. I've just become a bit of an early bird in recent years, and to be completely honest, my body's just naturally started getting up really early. This is the exact reason why people started drinking coffee. I haven't made a day in the life video in like a decade. I think the last one I made I was still in high school, so I'm not sure what prompted me to want to film my day today. Just felt like today was going to be a good one. Now I've probably cursed it. Starting today with a short little core workout. Been trying to improve on that as of late. I'll go ahead and catch up on a few emails just to see if anything came in overnight, and then I'll head out for a little morning run around my area. I like running this early because fewer people are out, and in the summer it feels like the only reasonable time to avoid sweltering heat. I love that a city as busy as LA can still feel like a ghost town at this hour. After my run, I'll get ready for what's shaping up to be a bit of a busy day. For a post-run breakfast, I'll usually do some Greek yogurt with oats and berries and almonds, a colossal heap of protein powder. I'm sure that'll do something. And I'll get another coffee in. Don't judge, it's still early. Been trying to be a bit more mindful and present lately and kind of failing miserably at that, but I've been working on journaling and doing some post-run stretching and yoga too. Also got to get that Duolingo lesson in. Around this time, one of my roommates, Ryan, usually gets up. My other roommate, Gareth, works at a coffee shop, so he's already at work, but I'm sure I'll run into him later. Due to the time zone differences, this is when we can throw on a Premier League game and watch the latest match live. Today is Liverpool at Man City. If we have time after the game, sometimes we'll swing by a diner that's close to our place to chat a bit and plan for the day.
Go out.
After this, we go our separate ways, but not before I made plans with Ryan to hang out on my lunch break later. The sun is finally starting to poke up. Got a bit of time before work today, so I decided to swing by the beach and watch the sunrise there. It's one of my favorite places to do so.
17.
I feel like in the morning, a long walk on the beach always does wonders for clearing my head. Today, I'm reading a bit of poetry.
Somewhere on the ocean side.
After spending some time near the water, I grab a coffee in downtown Santa Monica, do the New York Times connections for the day, and then stroll through the Venice canals for a little bit.
That I picked up on the roadside.
I wanted to pop over to the Santa Monica Farmers Market as well, grab some fresh fruit for the week. Whenever I have time, I like heading up to the Getty Center, and this morning I had a reservation booked. First of all, the coffee at the Getty is criminally underrated. Also, you should go to more art museums, just in general. Back home, but then realized I needed a bit more breakfast after all the running and walking around this morning, so I walked over to a place nearby and got a breakfast burrito. Then I got a proper core workout in and honestly started to feel kind of anxious that I wasn't doing a good job making a day in the life video. It's been a while after all. So I rewatched some of my old ones that I'd made.
Pretty good day.
Yeah, a little cringy at times, but also a fun nostalgia trip.
So now it's just me and Eli. This has been the day in the life.
How's dinner, son?
I always get scraps.
One of my side projects has been trying to learn how to juggle a soccer ball, so I try to put in 15 minutes of that every morning. Got a little brunch meeting set up with Ryan and our other friend Calvin to talk about some projects, but on the way I stopped by the Great Wall of LA, as it's called, and tried to take some cool photos. Ryan, Calvin, and I brunched and got really inspired to make like a period piece film out in the desert. Not sure where that came from.
Do you want these beans? I know you like beans.
But we were so inspired we actually went home and watched Lawrence of Arabia to keep the ideas flowing. So yeah, that's Lawrence.
Oh, okay. I just got there. Then who's Arabia?
Arabia's coming up next. We split, and I felt the desire to burn off some of that extra bit of brunch I had, so I did a super quick hike up the Verdugo Trail. Quick sesh at the gym, grabbed another coffee, and at this point it was time to head to work for the day. Work went fine. We were pretty busy, so I didn't get to take my lunch break as early as I normally do, but finally I did get to take my break. I don't actually believe in lunch, so I never eat it. Instead, I got a coffee at Aroma and a little cookie. Swung home and got a core workout in. Watched Gone with the Wind, which wasn't a huge fan of, and then did an audition tape for an upcoming Tubi space mockumentary. I was also so inspired by reading poetry at the beach earlier that I tried to write some of my own at the park, and also got to enjoy a bit more art at the gallery there. Car is looking pretty rough, so I gave it a quick spray down before swinging by a commercial set that my friend Brandon was shooting at. My girlfriend Tuesday has 2 sweet little dogs, and I swung by the vet to pick up one of them. Let's just say Skylar was pretty thrilled to be freed.
Alright, let's go home.
As a reward, I got her a pup cup and I got myself a coffee. Then took her back home where she could reunite with Poppy. Gareth was on his lunch break, so I went back home to hang with him for a bit. We recorded a new episode of our existentialism podcast, then got mired in a very intense, spite-filled game of Uno. Can't wait to try out the sequel. Shot some hoops, and watched The Irishman. Earlier I'd made plans with Ryan and Calvin to hang out on my break, so I met them in Echo Park and we walked around the flea market for a while before getting coffee at a local bookstore.
They made a book out of that great Zach, whatever movie.
We walked around for a bit, brainstorming ideas and even taking a ride on the swans at Echo Park Lake.
I am the Tin Man. I am the Tin Man.
Before Calvin had to take off, we swung by Handles for a sweet treat. During this time, Ryan got an idea for a challenge and we decided to go for it. The challenge was to go to Barnes & Noble and try to read
every Diary of a Wimpy Kid book in order. I don't even know how many there are now. Jeff Kinney loves when you do this. There's no skimming and you have to read every single word. Do we need more?
Okay, there's a lot more than I imagined.
We have to do the entire do-it-yourself.
All right, should we begin? I tried to hold my own, but Ryan was speeding through these works of literature like it was nothing. That's the thing, he's always in middle school. He eventually won, and I had to concede with a book to go.
Done. Beat you.
You win.
I win.
And back to work I go. Good
Start
challenge.
another series.
Yeah. Finally got out of work in the early evening and was pretty tired. I didn't let that stop me from working on my core strength, though, and my biking endurance, and my upper back. Ryan and I looked at an issue I'd been having with my car, and I diffused some stress by shooting hoops for a bit. I need a coffee. Then I brewed a cup of coffee before sitting down and reading a new book that's honestly shaping up to be my favorite this year. I do a bit of prep research for my fantasy football team, call my mom, do some editing on a film I'm working on, and have a ukulele jam sesh. After helping with my car, I come down to give Ryan a hand on his, just changing a troublesome tire that keeps deflating. And then we swing by to get a coffee and say hello to Gareth at his coffee shop. Adios. After all this, I drive over to Tuesday's place, now that she's back from work, share the remainder of the cookie I got at Aroma, and we take the dogs on a trip to the dog park. After taking the dogs out, we part ways so I can let her run some errands and get ready for her birthday party she's having later in the afternoon. In the meantime, I decide to enjoy the rest of the beautiful day by taking the train down to Hollywood. There, I get a coffee and do a bit of browsing at Amoeba Music. The day was perfect, and I decided to walk home from Hollywood. cutting through the hills on my way back. Took some new headshots for Gareth, which I've been meaning to help him out with for some time. And then I caught the end of the Fever Wings game as the WNBA playoffs approach. It was finally time for Tuesday's birthday party, being held at Roadside Taco. We shared some excellent tacos, margs, and plenty of laughs. The day was starting to wind down, so I decided to relax in a similar manner as the way I began it, with a long walk on the beach. As the sun set, I popped downtown with Ryan to acquire a second dinner at Grand Central Market. We scooped some donuts on the way out and then went to the last bookstore, where Ryan picked up a random book and found an old boarding pass from 1994 that we thought was a sign. A sign of what? We weren't really sure, but I love a good mystery.
No matter where you go, there you are again. Find a way to make some peace with how the story ends.
To get back to my car, we took the Angels flight trolley and watched the last bit flight fade from the skies.
Going down, they would just drop it.
Never comes. Are we infinite enough? Right here in this moment as the moment passes us.
On the way home, we swung by Griffith Observatory, but weren't able to see any stars. We were just about to head home when Ryan said he had a brand new challenge idea. Back at Barnes & Noble, this time we were going to see if we could read all of War and Peace before they closed.
I thought we were reading an original Russian.
Unlike earlier, I took the cake this round, and Ryan still had over 750 pages to go. The arcade at the mall had absolutely nothing going on, so I threw in some laundry, and Ryan and I watched Schindler's List. Calvin invited me to an early SAG screening of Yorgos Lanthimos' new film, Begonia, which was pretty good.
Yes, it's actually...
And I stopped by the Iliad bookstore to see if they had anything good. What a big day for bookstores. And then caught a production of Hamlet at the Mark Taper Forum. Next, I sat down to watch my favorite podcast, The Vampire Campfire by Vampire Weekend. Classic. The final event I had to show my face at today was an industry mixer, in which Ryan hacked into the Bluetooth speaker, spent way too long at the photo booth, and then just started showing off.
Are we infinite enough? Right here in this moment as the moment passes us. Sunset view.
After a long day, I think it's really important to take some time to unwind. Tonight, I made some hot chocolate, lit some candles, and threw on the Minecraft soundtrack on vinyl. I mean, we're talking about a classic record here. I need to do a core. Listening to some of my favorite music, I was inspired to make a lo-fi beat to study to.
Why do you care about these people?
I wasn't quite ready for bed, so I put on one of my favorite movies with the boys, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Buckle in.
It was so good that I actually ended up watching the entire trilogy in one sitting, and Gareth kept enlightening us with some movie trivia.
Fun fact, when Gandalf hit his head there, that wasn't in the script. Sir Ian McKellen actually just hit his head on the low ceiling. Fun fact, so everybody is mourning the death. None of them had even met Sir Ian McKellen. Oh, fun fact. So the ring, when they drop, fun fact, so as they're like running, all three of them on screen were injured. He made a mistake and he actually threw it in the book. Sam and Frodo never actually go to Osgiliath. Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Oh, fun fact, he actually broke his toes there.
Almost forgot my laundry. At this point, it was starting to get late, so I figured I'd start wrapping up the day in the life video. I sat down and recorded all of the voiceover for the day, and then began to edit it down. Rendered it, watched it, and got the upload going to YouTube just before I had to take off. One more gym session in for the evening. What a day. It was finally time to get ready for bed. I started setting things out for tomorrow, and it was about this time where the 27 cups of coffee I had today really started to hit. The lights are glowing more than normal. Everything feels a bit distant. I no longer remember where I am, what I'm doing here. What am I doing here? Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just filming my day in the life. I'm trying to 100% guitar here.
You're doing a day in the life?
Yeah. Sort of.
Hey, I was just looking at Ryan and what are you doing?
I'm just making a day in the life video. What are you doing?
What are you up to?
I was making a day in the life video. What's
It's been pretty chill.
Yeah. Not up to too much?
Well, good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Before bed, I get a good core workout in and then have my bedtime coffee. It tastes incredible. I can't imagine anything better. It's been a good day. Perhaps the best day. A day with my friends. I wonder what tomorrow will bring. My day usually starts at 4 a.m. Look, I already know what you're thinking. This is another one of those wellness videos from some guy promoting a health product who claims the only way to truly be productive is getting up before the crack of dawn. Don't worry, this is not a wellness video. I don't have any brands lining up to advertise, and at the end of the day, I am not well. I've just become a bit of a... Do you hear that? I think I might sleep in today.